Welcome to our leadership shift program. I personally believe that there can be a shift in leadership in the home, a shift in leadership in your personal life and in your nation. But until we have a shift, there can never be progress. So I want to talk to you about few things, about 3 or 4 areas that we can see a shift in leadership in our lives, in our home, and in our society. And the number one is the conviction that progress is inevitable in the face of culture shift. Progress is inevitable, prosperity is inevitable in or through culture shift. In other words, for leadership shift or transformation to happen, there should be a shift in the culture. So prosperity, success, progress is very possible, but it comes through deliberate culture shift, deliberate behavioral shift. So it is not possible to just desire progress and have it. People who are followers, they always desire that there can be progress, there can be success, but they don't want to see any culture shift in their lives. So for a shift to happen, or for you to be a true leader, you must believe that for a shift to happen in leadership, for progress to happen, you must have a deliberate or a conscious change in your attitude, conscious change in your behavior or attitude or character. And that is what I call culture shift. So there is no deliberate change in leadership unless there is also a culture shift. So that is very important. You should believe that there is progress or progress is possible in the face of a culture shift. If I was using an example, a lady who wants to get married but men are not coming, you can decide to change the way you talk to people. And when you become more sociable, that can cause you to have your man. But there must be a shift in culture for progress to happen or shift to happen in leadership. That is the first point. The second is the courage to expose the deeds of darkness and the leaders or those who do the evil deeds. It is also true that the secret works of darkness can hinder progress. So you should have, just like Jesus had the courage to rebuke the order of the day, to rebuke the people of darkness and speak against it that their deeds were evil. You also, as a true leader, there can be a shift when you start to speak against the shameful things that are done in the secret. So there are works of darkness which must be spoken against or must be exposed. But there is also no works of darkness that is done in a vacuum. It is always done by certain people. So as much as exposing or speaking against the evil works of darkness is concerned, you must also go ahead and speak to expose those who practice the evil deeds around you. Because as long as they continue to do the evil works of darkness, definitely there cannot be a change, there can never be a leadership shift. So you must be prepared to speak against the corrupt things that are done around you, and you must also be ready to expose those who do those wrong things. And there can be a shift in leadership or progress where you are. I don't know whether you got it. The number 3 is that you must be fearless in confronting wrongdoers. Fearlessness, just like I said it already, you must be fearless in confronting wrongdoers. Wrongdoers are one of the people that hinder progress, even in church, progress in the home, progress in the office, progress in projects. But we must be ready to confront them. If we confront them, I tell you, there will be a shift in our leadership. But you know, the Bible said to do not have fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. This is very important because you cannot expose wrongdoers if you also are part of the wrongdoers. So you should break fellowship. So true leadership has to do with breaking fellowship with those who do the evil things in darkness. that is hindering the progress, because the evil you expose should be the evil you don't partake of. So if you are partaking of the evil, you are partaking of the shameful things that are done in the dark, which is bringing the hindrance to progress, your mouth will be shut. That is why many people don't have the voice to speak, because they are also part of the corrupt things that are happening. So this is what we have for you. We can see a shift in leadership if we begin to look at these three things. That is all I have for you today, and I believe that suffices us. You can post your comment, your observations, and let's see how God will use it to bless us all. Enjoy your Sunday and be a great leader in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Enjoy your day.